Hey, I want to get started with a really nice welcome to this amazing conversation that I'm going to have with you about something that I care for deeply and you do too. Just because we were never taught about these things and never made aware. So I think it will be of a lot of interest to you, and I will do my very best to make it very, very interesting for you. All right, so the world's leading aging experts are not focusing on how to increase the lifespan. They're more focused on helping people live their best lives as long as they live, rather than just have a long life without the strength to enjoy it. So that is what is quality associated life years. So, what is that? How you feel energized and what helps you get to that. It's not about your genes, but more by the choices you make. And that is also called epigenetics. So, diabetes debate and why it's not the genes you're inheriting, but the lifestyle. So, there's a huge diabetes debate, and we know there is no gene for diabetes, right? But people still keep saying that, oh, it's in my genes, so I'm going to get diabetes. And so, what is the average age of people living today? 76, but most people experience declining, vibrant, and strong health even in their 40s and 50s. So, what will your life look like at 70, and what do you want it to look like? What I have observed in seniors who were well educated and dreamt of retiring, but they did not have a health plan, but only health span. And it's really sad because saw my mother. She used to do yoga for 40 years, but she really did not make a plan for how she's going to maintain her strength when she's older. So she's in her late 80s. And there was just, she was lucky that she has a lot of people around her. So we just go along as things get worse and worse. But if there was a plan, it would have been so much better, right? So by adopting a few healthy behaviors, you can add 24 years of strength because you are only 10% human genes and the rest is bacterial, which means you have way more control than you thought. But nobody knew that. My mom did not know that. I did not know that. So we thought we just get older and then people around us take care of us. But in my generation, I can foresee that as I'm going to get older, there will be less and less people to support me. So I have to start doing something to be independent. So I am strong right now. And that means I need to have a plan. So I'm just thinking aloud, and I want you also to pay attention to that planning. Like we do a lot of financial planning, but we don't do a lot of health planning other than insurance, which really just means that, oh, as I get sicker and sicker, then my premiums are going to rise, and then when I die, then it's all going to end. So that's really doom and gloom. So these are just thoughts and research and my own understanding that I am transmitting to you. So, what is the gap between human genes and bacterial genes? So, the gap is that there's 90% at least of bacterial genes in our body and only 10% human, which means that we can change everything. And those bacteria, they keep changing with so many factors, with how we sleep and how we eat, what we eat, what time of the day we eat, how we move, how much sunlight we get. How do we sleep, who we meet, and how we think. So, who am I? So, I'm a health coach as well as a PhD in biochemistry, and I coach women. Now I've started coaching mostly women over 45 to age with strength and grace. Simple as that, because everything else doesn't matter if I do not have the strength to get up without taking support of a stick or a wheelchair. So, more than that, I have lived my own health issues of fatigue, joint pains, fibromyalgia, overweight, inflammation, migraines, and also diabetes. So, I've recovered from all of that, and I feel much more in control of my health and more confident of my aging body now at 57 than I did when I was 40. How did I do that? So it is really intentional. It for at least 10 years I've been very intentional about it. I've been thinking, what kind of burden do I want my son to have? Of course, I do not want him to be bogged down with my health. So that means I need to have a health plan. So with a health plan is what I've been doing and becoming intentional about my strength and how I live with agility and fulfilling my dreams of traveling and creating community gardens everywhere. I see an opportunity. So far, I've created a community garden in Ottawa and another one in India, and I want to create more. And so I feel if we have a purpose beyond our own interest, my own body, something that affects other people positively, then there is definitely that motivation to want to be strong, to get off the comfy couch, and do more than, so then I become intentional about how I eat, how I sleep, who I interact with, and things like that. So, what is your plan for aging? Do you want to be strong, vibrant, influential, as long as you live while laughing and living a fulfilled life? I'm sure you do, of course, right? And then these are just things that I'm kind of bringing your attention to. So, what are the reasons most people end up in a weakened health after 40? It's lifestyle, lack of planning, waiting for a perfect time to put it together, and using scattered and quick solutions that are almost a band aid. So, which of these do you see yourself in? If you don't, then that's great news. So, there is a statistics of people using these strategies. I don't know what this is, but just based on the people I coach, I see, when I ask the question, what's your health plan? Those are some of the answers I get, but you can Google that and see what are the stats of people using any of these strategies. And which promise do you keep making to yourself and then do not have the motivation to follow up? Are there any promises like, I will do it tomorrow, I don't have time, it's my genes, I will do it when XYZ is done? Do you remember yourself doing it? I think we all do it at some point in our life, and we consistently keep doing it. I keep doing it. And then I kind of remind myself, oh, I have a purpose. I have a dream. I have things to do. I want to be strong. I don't want to be a burden on my son. I don't want to have to, go and live in a retirement home and a nursing home and be bedridden. So then I wake myself up. So, however, some people are forced to take the right action in an emergency or when they get a diagnosis slapped on them. And that's really sad, right? So, I went through this too, but thankfully I was able to course correct when I was still in my 40s. Of course, I had to give up all the conveniences I had built around me, like my job, my house, my money, my activities, and the list went on. So it became so bad that I could not really make myself work on a 9 to 5. It just was not something I wanted to do. So I started getting migraines, and doctors gave me Tylenol and were quickly moving to antidepressants, but it just became worse. I still continued to drag myself to work and continued living on less than 4 hours of sleep, popping painkillers. It did not work, but I carried on because I did not see myself without a job or without whatever that list was at that time. Then I started falling asleep behind the wheel and getting panic attacks while driving. I ended up in an emergency, but I walked out of it and went right back to living my life without making changes. So my ears started getting an infection, and I depended on antibiotics for a year till I was given steroids to put in my ears. That really made me stop. So when I was seeing this dermatologist and she was telling me that, oh, you can put a steroid in your ears, and I'm like, what do you mean? Um, I don't want to put steroids in my ears because I understand it's a very sensitive area. So I refused to do that, and went on a search for what else is there, like what else is there in nature. And luckily, I found an Ayurvedic practitioner here in my city, and that really made the light bulb go on. Uh, the Ayurvedic doctor gave me a herb to drink and another oil to use in my ears, and a lot of guidance, like a full hour of consultation on what to eat, how to eat, when to eat it, when not to eat it. It sounded like a lot, but I was against the wall, and by now I was even diabetic, and somehow I was done with medications. I had no choice but to give up my full-time job and take a look at my life. It was hard. It made me shatter my identity that had been built over 40 years. My family was puzzled how a type A person like me was not working at a job and more anymore, and how I went from being 95 pounds to 150 pounds, and how I looked haggard and old. My well wishers told me that I should find another job and that I cannot let myself rot, and that now I had debt, so I was not able to meet people working in corporate jobs because I just could not afford to go to events and restaurants or even buy expensive clothes. Some of my friends go on shopping sprees, and I can't do that. However, I started prioritizing my retirement years to be my best. So I started putting in the hard work of using food as medicine. I started doing weights. I cleaned up my cupboards. It did not happen overnight. I have been on this journey since 2011. That is when I enrolled for the health coaching program at Institute of Integrative Nutrition, and I got certified in 2012. In 2011, actually, I started building an organic garden here in Ottawa and learned how real food could easily make me feel vibrant right away. In fact, not just real food, but just being outside in the sun. Now I can't get enough of sun. So momentum started building with each action. And then each action built a foundation for the next. So it's not a race, but it's slow, simple, and must be a default. So it's a no-brainer. So today, my life is a set of habits that guide me to healthy and vibrant living every day. It does not require lots of money or lots of motivation or too much time. It's doable. I do not cook crazy foods. I do not even have a meal plan uh, because I've learned how to cook simple things and how to plan my day between feasting and fasting. I've also learned how to clean, use ingredients that are cleansing. So I'm constantly feeding my gut bacteria, and I figured it out. So start celebrating each time you take action rather than looking at it as not enough, because you are building a strong body one brick of a habit at a time. You are replacing things that do not work. Start enjoying and being grateful for the life you have now, because every problem has a solution. And what's a life without some challenges? Believe me, when you come out of it, you will be in a position to help another woman or a young girl, just like I did. It took me 2 years before I could teach others something. When my own body and health started changing, people noticed and they wanted to know how I did it, and they wanted help. So that's when I decided to spread this message of food is medicine and farmer is your doctor, or our doctor for that matter. So, what's your strategy going to be? Have you thought about that? Uh, Small, doable steps, build consistency rather than depend on motivation, connect with others to build a community, Change your thoughts on to confidence, connection, gratitude, because these are habits that strengthen the body. Our body goes where the mind focuses it. Imagine your life in 50s, 60s, and 70s. What do you want it to look like? What do you want to be doing? See yourself being a leader woman, because women are meant to lead. Keep that image front and center each time you lose the path to aging well. It just takes closing your eyes every day and imagining ourselves in our best possible version, because that is the real version. Everything else is just an excuse for not being that. Remind yourself consistently that your gut is full of bacteria that need real food, and in turn, they will give you back your energy, reduce belly fat, reduce your blood sugar, and give you strong bones. Then you can choose which foods to eat, what to do in the morning, what to eat for lunch, how much to eat, how you spend your free time. Each choice determines if your body is thriving or going up in flames. Then create a plan for yourself to get consistent sleep every night before 11 p.m. latest. Like, really, that's also late. I figured anytime I go to bed after 10:30, I'm not getting good sleep. And that when I was in my 40s, it wasn't affecting me that much, but now in my 50s, I realize every night of less sleep means we're breaking our body, and it takes so much longer to repair it as you age. So, how to reduce your time on a digital device? That is so important. How to find time in nature daily, how to eat foods that nourish you, and how to choose fasting and feasting cycles. So that we can enjoy our culture too, right? Remember, it's not just one thing that will add quality to your life. So the last one is start adding good habits rather than focus on removing bad habits. Ultimately, they will eliminate the ones that do not fulfill, because you will crowd it out. You will have more of good habits, so the bad habits just fall off. So, the foundation of graceful and strong aging is rest, hydrate, sleep, self compassion, very important, movement, slots, like not just moving at one time of the day, but really consistently throughout the day, eating whole foods, create good social connections. So, seven are really so one habit every week, and then you just get consistent about it. So, to recap all of this, I'd like you to first take a deep breath. Close your eyes and imagine a graceful image of yourself. Are you now confident that it is possible for you to live a high quality, active life as a leader? Think about it. What do you see? Who do you see? What do you see yourself doing? What do you see yourself wearing? Where do you see yourself? So I'll tell you, when I close my eyes, I see myself in a nice sunny dress, in the sun, in nature, in the fields, growing real food with lots of children and community around me, lots of nature. That's my image of graceful and strong aging. You'll have a different one. So I will send you a free action guide, just one page to remind you daily uh, what you can do with my community also. So I'm creating a community, and there is a free 5-day challenge, which once you are subscribed to me, then you get that and you get the recordings of that. It's really a simple one to cleanse your gut, which I recorded with a few women. So you just do it for 5 days, and sometimes I post dates for doing it periodically. Um, and there are lots of people who have done this, felt change. There is lots of women telling me that after doing my programs, they learn how simple it is to actually get movement in the day without stressing themselves about how to find a gym or whatever, and they understand how their body works, they are able to lose weight for sure because it all starts from the gut. So we focus mostly on optimizing your gut bacteria. Um, and then the program that I run is right now we're starting off with 1 month, but we quickly move it to 3 months because real change will require at least 3 months of consistency. And the program is built for creating lasting change with 3 months of building consistency through community. So you're not alone and you're seeing other women also on that journey. And my clients cherish the community, and they like their own group with whom they can relate. So for now, you can book a discovery call with me to make a health map for your fatigue, belly fat, sleep problems, how to eat, how to cook, how to cleanse. How do we do it in 3 months? The program's mission is really to support women to age with strength and grace. Our focus is gut brain strength through food access. So we also talk about how to make sure you are accessing good food and where can you access it wherever you may be. Food combinations, because that can also really make a lot of difference. What to do before eating, what to do after eating. So those are the eating habits and how to eat. Then how to determine your movement pattern. How can you bring movement into your life without stressing yourself, but actually by looking forward to moving, because you are moving now with a plan, with an intention, with something that works for you. We help you build a sleep schedule for yourself, for your life, around your life. Not everybody can do exactly the same thing. And the neuro linguistic programming for emotional strength, for building relationship intelligence. It requires intelligence to have good relationships and a mindset that builds your rest and digest powers, because to have a healthy gut, you need to learn how to get into the rest and digest mode a bit, every time there's a stressful condition. So how do we do it? In the 3 month program, there are live coaching calls every week. Then there's real connection to answer questions, provide real resources to access real food, help make community connections through our chat platforms. Then we help you modify the recipes to suit your flavors and cultures. So I will have some generic recipes that I'll give you or people based on what they want. But then we go through that list. We go through grocery shopping class, so you understand even in a health food store, it's not a guarantee that you will actually pick up the right things. I do cooking classes in that program, and then we build your strength map. What is it that you can do based on your goals, how to build strength. And then, of course, as I get certified with neurolinguistic programming, that's what it'll be. So I would urge you to head to the frequently asked questions section where you will get answers for, will this 3 month program work for me? What should I do if I don't have time? So it costs too much. Answers for that. I'm too old to start. It's like we have members of all ages from 40 plus. So while most moms also learn how to help their younger daughters, in fact, this program is meant for women over 45 all the way into their late 70s. Then I can't follow recipes because I have a cultural life. This is not a recipe and meal program. It's meant to give you the flexibility to enjoy your culture, but actually to show you how you can eat and enjoy all your favorite foods by giving you the knowledge that helps you make adjustments very easily. Some people say, I cannot do it as I travel a lot. I have an answer for that as well. What if I get stuck or fall behind? So join me now with these buttons there. You also get one coaching call for free You get the challenge for free. You get 1 month self-paced at a very nominal price, and then the 3-month cohort. And when you choose to join, you will get live calls, expert coaching, nutrition guidance, loving support community, member bonuses, and even a 7-day money back guarantee. And enrollment opens for a limited time through the year. So, in the end, I just wanted to let you know that my journey started with my diabetes and migraines. And what I have learned is that it is never too late to build a foundation for aging with strength and grace. These strategies have been built to help you stack your habits for the rest of your life. They are not band aid solutions following some social media quick fixes. I would love to be your coach this year and help you become your most graceful, strong self and get yourself out in the world as a leader making a difference. Thank you for participating, and I look forward to seeing you inside the community where women are stacking strong habits to lead the world to grace, peace, and strength. Thank you very much.